Welcome to On the Edge with April Mahoney Brains. Here, this is the spot where the conversation is pointed, the guests are sharp, and the responses are never dull. Welcome home, Brains. There's only one requirement to hang out on the edge, is that you open your big brain and close your small mind. Did you bring your thinking caps? It's time to put them on, because the conversation starts now.
Good. You look great.
Thank you. I had to put my makeup on.
Girl, I know you got to get it right. I had to put me on a hair option. I didn't want to fluff out the afro. I was like, all right.
You look cute.
With me. Thank you. All right. So, real relaxed, fun, girlfriend, not super serious. I'm going to ask you some fun questions, just really, 100.
Yeah.
It's about 30 minutes.
Okay.
And let me just go get some water. You like your little treats I sent you?
I love them. And you know what? My daughter, I knew about the sage and, that kind of stuff. And even that stick, I had to ask my daughter about the stick thing. She's like, oh, that's to clear your energy. I'm like, okay. But this is the one I wanted to ask you about. Hold on a second. I got it right here. And I love my shawl. You didn't have to do that.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I do that for all my brains, girl. Ain't shoe. You think I would treat a stranger better than I treat you? Girl, you crazy.
What's this?
Oh, I think that's amber.
Oh.
It's amber. That, and a little bit will last you. That'll last you a long time, couple months. Okay. Just put a little bit on. Or? Yeah, a different kind.
About this last weekend, shit, what you talk about? Oh, that smells good.
It's delicious, girl. I told you I ain't gonna send you no sloppy seconds. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna.
I just was like, what is this? I should have opened it.
Yeah, wait a minute. You know what else you can do? You can burn it.
Oh, you can?
You can burn it. So one of them dollar burners. Like something like this, with a little candle in the bottom. And you put the oil, and don't leave it unattended. Always fire provision. But it is so cool, girl. The whole house be freaked out. You'd be like calling them like from the Pied Piper.
This is amazing. I should have tried this. Okay. So is that an aphrodisiac?
Oh, did you get the soap?
I did.
Girl, that soap is luxurious. Your skin.
I haven't tried it.
Oh, you got to try that. That soap is off the chain. So.
All right. Thank you. I was excited. I wasn't expecting all that.
On the end with April Mahoney, you here with me. We recording, girl. I like some raw footage. I like them to know who we are, for real. Because we're girlfriends. We are girlfriends from San Diego, California. Brains right there. Right there is my good friend, Anita, Lorraine, Lofton. Girl, did you know that we share the same middle name?
No, your middle name Lorraine too?
Wait.
Oh, that's special.
Yes, that is. And
that's why you got my gumbo recipe. I don't give that to everybody.
I was gonna tell him about that. I was gonna share that with him. But let me tell you something, Brains. There's a lot about Anita that a lot of people probably don't know. Number one, she's from Oakland. Okay, so she ride or die. She ain't playing. I'm just saying. Okay, she's not playing. She's serious. She's dibbled and dabbled in management for entertainers. In addition to that, she has she founded the San Diego Black Chamber of Commerce. I'm gonna ask her what that looks like in the political climate. I mean, she was a trailblazer. Came down here because San Diego is not the most progressive machine. We get along. But we're not in LA, we definitely not in Oakland or San Francisco. We San Diego. So you came here but you really made an impact. You weren't just meeting on a meeting, but you made an impact, and it stayed with me. In addition to that, now she is a healthcare advocate. She gonna tell you about the trickery, okay? Oh, y'all out here fighting and hooping and hollering and want to act a fool. But if you don't have no healthcare, your ass ain't gonna get the vaccine anyway. Okay, so that's a mute point. Okay, so let's just go on and clear that up. The best medical care They're going to take away Obamacare one way or another, just because it's Obamacare, because everybody needs medical insurance. You can't get that through your head. Okay, I'm going to get off my platform. I'm going to let Anita get on the platform. Girl, will you talk to him, Sister Brown, and welcome to On the Edge.
Oh, thank you so much. It's such an honor to be on your show. First of all, I want to thank you for allowing me to have this platform with you.
Absolutely.
April, you've always been innovative and moving around and moving and shaking. And so I appreciate this because, your show is everything, actually. So I'm glad to be here.
Girl, well, you just really gonna do it. So let's start in the beginning. Let's start with a 25-year-old Anita Lorraine Lofton. Who was she?
Anita, 25 years old, she was very ambitious. I came from humble beginnings. So my whole thought pattern was I was going to make my mother and my grandmother proud. I was going to be that woman that they've always wanted me to be. And, so I set out to be a businesswoman, and I went to a business school I'm actually from San Francisco,
San Francisco? Okay.
All right. That's a big deal. You gotta say, if you Oakland and San Francisco is always
because you got the 49ers and you got the Raiders, and you're on the border. All right.
Yeah, so and then I need to let you guys know that I had a baby early at 16, so I had something to prove, right?
Wow.
Yeah, I had something to prove. I'm not going. I'm gonna do better, and this is next time I'm gonna be married with a house and a picket fence, and I have my next child. So
wow,
I did that, and I ended up divorced anyway. But it's okay.
Well, consciously uncoupled. I think that is so sexy. Oh, we consciously uncoupled. I say you say that only if you haven't killed him.
He's still alive.
So you moved from San Francisco
to San Diego with my I moved to LA first, and then that's where I started. I started going to school. I graduated from Hills Business College in San Francisco.
Okay.
And so then I moved to LA, and that's when I started my real professional journey. And I got into group benefits. So as I got into group benefits, I started to blossom, and I really got into that's a long time ago. That was in 1983, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was this regional manager. He was a Jewish man that took me under his wing and loved me.
Yeah. Some of my best mentors have been Jewish. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's another show. Go ahead.
So I just got into it, and I started blossoming. I took some classes at UCLA, just did some stuff, and I found myself moving. Then I met my husband, my ex-husband at the time. He was in the military. Then I moved to San Diego, and I opened an office in La Jolla with another regional manager, and the rest is kind of history. We had a baby. I became legitimate with a baby and married, right, in a White House and a picket fence.
Okay, now wait. Let's pump our brakes for 1 minute, okay? Because we have real talk. You done mentioned that 3 times. Are you still salty about that? You done mentioned that 3 times in a row. Keep it 100 for the sisters that's out there.
Salty about what? About divorce?
Yeah. Because you're still in your feelings. I hear it.
Well, let me just say this. If I had to do it all over again, I probably would have stayed with my ex-husband, because he was very good to me, right? And good to my kids. It's just that when you're young and in love and you're moving and shaking and doing, sometimes you don't mix, especially when you're in the military. When he's in the military and
that's a cop-out, because I've been married 36 years to Mr. Magnificent, and I ain't bust a grape. Okay.
Really?
Girl, and I ain't judging.
Was he in the military?
Absolutely, 20 years.
All right.
Absolutely.
What branch? Was he in the Navy?
Yes, and
Okay, well, I guess it is a cop-out.
Don't give me that. You did it because you wanted to.
I did it because I wanted to.
Right, okay. So take ownership with it. But that's for all you sister brains that's out there. I ain't trying to call my girl out, but I want her to get through that, because that's a little blockage there. You opening up for love, and you are just such a flower. just blossoming and just as pretty.
Thank
You ain't dating nobody right now? I need to put a shout out. Are you? Okay.
I got found someone that we're equally yoked, you know, and we care about each other. I'm in a committed relationship. I've been dating him off and on for 6 years, but we finally decided to commit over the past year. So,
well, bravo.
Yes.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Now, on the folks in healthcare.
Okay.
Girl, that is a hot mess. Okay. We ain't gonna get political. They can do that all by themselves. But the facts are the facts. And nobody is trying to make it better for you, brains. I don't care where you are, anywhere in the world. We ain't just talking about the United States. There's some trickery. Because see, sick people make money.
Yeah.
No, people don't make money.
Uh-huh.
You know, and I got a little conspiracy theory about, you know, what's going on in the population and the vortex. This is not some normal stuff. This is some weird science fiction, and y'all better get right. It's not the ones that's taken up, it's the ones that's left behind.
Yes.
With no damn health care. So tell us, okay, it's so much to talk about. Let's start with just like basic 2 or 3 things people need to know about signing up for an insurance plan.
Okay, let me just say this. Right now, we're getting ready to go into open enrollment, right? As a matter of fact, on the 15th, Medicare open enrollment started, right? So that's the 15th to December 7th, and that's the time when anyone who is eligible for Medicare or it's on Medicare, that they can make changes to their different Medicare plans. There's a lot of different Medicare plans. We're talking about, you need to understand Medicare A, Medicare Part B, Medicare Part C, Medicare Part D, just to let you know, and it's a lot, so I don't want to take a whole lot of time.
It's overwhelming, and because Mama just got, what did I do with it? I think I kept it just to, okay, wait a minute, that's one, hang on 1 second, brains. What the hell?
Yeah, and
I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read this.
April, sometimes that's overwhelming for me. Real, you know, and every year I have to take a course every year, pay for it to get certified to do Medicare. And I got to get certified for that stuff. So here I am, you know, trying to educate seniors. My mind is going. So you can imagine what happens. So I sit down with my parents and and other people that call me, but it's a lot to know. You know,
ever evolving, and they're just stripping it away. Okay, so now the big ticket item is, wait,
let me just say this part. Everyone needs to understand, and it's important that you understand that A is the hospital portion of Medicare. B is the outpatient portion where you go out and see your doctors and your lab work, right? Outside the hospital. C, and this is what I want to get across to you. A and B is incorporated in C. And that's when you sign your Medicare benefits over to like a Kaiser or Blue Cross or something like that. Because if you just stay with A and B, you know, Medicare A and B, that means you can go to any doctor you want to go to. But when you sign your benefits over to Kaiser, a Blue Shield, an Anthem, or a Aetna or someone like that, then you have to go to their list of doctors and you choose their plan. That needs to be very clear.
All right. Did you get that, brains? Okay. So make sure that you know that, because you have to have options.
Yes. Okay.
Know that you have. Okay. Now, another thing. My mother has the best insurance on the planet. I mean, she take a cocktail every day of about anywhere 14, 16 pills. No, let me see. 6, 9, 1, about 12 pills. But 2 insulin shots and 2 eye drops. I picked up her prescriptions today. It's like $10.
That's great.
I told her, you just don't know how blessed you are.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Insulin alone. How many diabetics are out there?
Yeah.
Okay. Insulin. What happened? Somebody got in some trouble for that, for some trickery, right? He's gonna run up the price on the insulin and the pens.
Yeah. The fact that she has a $10 copay for her medication, all of them were $10 or $10 a piece?
All $10 for all of them, girl. I got them all refilled. And I'm sitting there, you know, I'm working like a Hebrew slave. And when I go, I got to pay the copay, you know, outpatient or whatever that is. But that's just the way that it is. But they're cutting those benefits way back. That's saving
Because
money. They got to
one
make
of
for this deficit. Okay, so now you explain that, which is very important. What's the next thing they should do?
let me just say this. One of the big things that they did just cut is people with kidney failure, end stage renal, that's going to the dialysis clinic. That's completely going away. I mean,
Wait. But let me dial back on that. Let me dial back on this because this is the first time I've heard this. I hear the propositions all on the television to get these centers, but I was under the impression that they're trying to do that to have a to capitalize on people that are in kidney disease. But this is really a need that's going away.
Yeah, it's not completely going away, but the 100% is going away. So it's going to be 80-20. 80%, the insurance carrier pays 80%, and then the member has to pay 20%. That's a problem. So we don't want that to go away because there's some people who cannot even afford that, right?
Wow.
They can't afford to pay that 20% cost. So what they're trying to do, the insurance carriers are trying to do, is they're trying to incentivize people to do their dialysis at home.
Ooh, girl, now look. I went to the class with somebody. Ain't no way.
Yeah, no way.
It's sterile. And it's not like storing diapers. I mean, you are storing equipment and you have to dispose of that biohazardous waste. And you got, oh no.
Yes.
And 3 times a week. Oh no, not me.
And then think about the people that don't have the resources, to be at home, or their house, they don't have the capacity to put the excuse me, the equipment at home, or the cleanliness, like you said, it has to be sterile. That's not going to work. And I'm against that 100%. So we need to talk about it.
So what is that proposition? Just so that you have options, Brains. But I have to, think about that now.
Yeah, think about it. Read, if they want to take it away, they want to get rid of the dialysis clinics.
Okay, so if you vote yes or no, because they got the confusion in the way that they wrote it. Do you know what proposition number that is?
I think it's proposition 21. I'm not sure.
Right,
I'm sorry. You got me.
Make a decision for yourself, but go in and check it out because I didn't know that they were taking that away from.
They're trying to take. They want more people to have the dialysis at home, so that copay. So every time you go, 20% sometimes can mean $800 every time you have to go. That's a lot of money. So we want to make sure that we understand, and that's one of the things. And I know you have some questions to ask me, but I really want to get something out. Like
look, go ahead because this is right before the time that they're gonna make some major decisions for the rest of your life. Because one decision affects another decision.
Absolutely.
It's a domino effect. Okay.
Absolutely.
And so at least how your train is moving.
Yeah.
Are you stuck?
And what's important right now is pay attention to what the benefits that you're choosing. Paying the deductible to see the doctor and paying the deductible to get your medication is one thing, but what your needs are, or even if you like there's some benefit plans that don't cover DME, or meaning that they don't cover like CPAP machines. You need CPAP machines if you have sleep apnea, right? They don't cover it. They'll make you pay for this. That's like $800-900 by itself, right? So they got that. They have some that doesn't cover like prosthetics and orthotics. They have some that don't cover inpatient mental health, or there's a lot of loopholes that you have to make sure that if you need it, you want to make sure that you have it. So don't just say, oh, here's the deductible and wait till 11th hour when you need it, you can't get it. And there's nothing what you do, because the first thing the insurance carrier is going to say, it's not a covered benefit. And that's it. And we know, and I'm going to go back to the CPAP machines. They'll ease, I've heard it over and over again, it's not a covered benefit. But then if you're prescribed a CPAP machine, it's medically necessary. Not having a CPAP machine can cause heart problems and pulmonary problems and all kinds of problems, and you need it. So for them to basically say it's not a covered benefit, figure it out, that's not okay with me.
Right.
So you need to pay attention to those things, but then again, there's a way to get around it. there are insurance carriers that will offer financial assistance if you can't afford it.
See,
So,
and you need to know that. I mean, is that across the board for Medi-Cal?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
So don't just walk away with your tail tucked and say, I'm not going to do it because it's not covered, and then you create more health issues for yourself. Mm-hmm. Go back to the health plan and ask them, because they do offer financial assistance.
Okay. One other thing that's very important, Brains, is that you get your paperwork in order. I done told you a million damn times to get your paperwork in order.
Yes.
It takes all of 3 or 4 days.
Yes.
You don't work like a Hebrew slave to get that little piece of house, and then you're going to leave it and the family going to run through it like rats.
Yeah. Yes.
Handle your business. You done spend all this money. You pay a mortgage. Okay. You pay an attorney $700 and pretend that you're dead, and go on and write out your stuff. Have a medical power of attorney so that someone can speak, not for what they want, but speak on your behalf.
You go, right, girl. What? That's right.
I just get so tired of them because a friend of mine, her brother, they looked through the window and found him dead. My brother came to his apartment, found him dead. Okay? Calling them home. The code. Handle your business. You only got to do one time. And let them go. If they're going to be mad at you, hell, let them be mad at you now. And then you know how they really feel. And you get them that cheese to somebody else.
Yes.
See how they're going to show up.
I want to, I thank you for saying that, because people think, oh, handling your business is just, oh, get your will together or do this. But you got to have some business that you need to handle while you're alive, right? And you talked about the advanced healthcare directive. A lot of people think, oh, that's my husband, so he'll be able to find out my business, or that's my sister, or that's my mother. No, there's this thing that's called HIPAA, right? Mm-hmm. The Portability Healthcare Act, the Healthcare Portability Act, and if this is a federal law, and you cannot speak or know anything about your loved one unless you have a signed advanced healthcare directive. Mm-hmm. Now, I hear a lot of people say, well, I go to the doctor with my mother and they tell me, oh, they're just being courteous, believe me. But when you have to fight for that member, or go file a grievance or do whatever for that member, you need a solid federal healthcare, advanced healthcare directive. So I'm telling you now to choose someone that will fight for you like you fight for yourself. That's number one, right?
Right.
Make sure that you read it in its entirety, because there's a section that says this person can speak to me for me when I can't speak to myself for myself, or it may say this person can speak for me even if I can speak for myself. So it depends on what you want.
Right.
Make sure you have it. It's important that you have it. I found myself in the emergency room having emergency surgery.
Wow.
And I didn't have one, but luckily my daughter was there while I was, and I could speak. If you can speak, I could speak at the time, and she was able to help me through it.
Right.
Yeah. So that's when I said, no.
That's going on right now. You ain't gonna have time to figure it out.
Right.
And I'm gonna say it to you. It's a part of being prepared. When I worked at the American Red Cross, they taught us emergency preparedness. And the first thing that they said was, again, like on the airplane, you put your oxygen mask on first.
Yes, absolutely.
And you got to handle your business.
Handle it.
And then folks, because I'm telling you, they try to fight your battles from the grave, and just it gets ugly. So let's ask some fun questions about Anita Lorraine Lofton.
Okay.
I done got all up in your feelings now.
You have. I don't know why you want to do that.
Because you my girl. You my girl. First, let's talk about the gumbo. Okay? I done died and went to heaven. Okay? She gave me her secret recipe, Brains. Okay? I still can't do it like her. It is delicious. Yeah, it's good. And that pot liquor, girl, when they just sit down and just settle, oh my God, it's sinful.
I'm going to give you a secret. If you save it, after it's all gone, and you save it and freeze it for the next time you do it, make the gumbo, it makes it even better.
Wow, because you put that in the roux, right?
Right,
roux?
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. That's my thing, is making a roux. How do you make a good roux?
I don't really make a roux.
Really?
I use my my seasoning, or my leftover gumbo that I froze, and I just use that. And then what I do is that once I get all the ingredients and it's cooked, and all, I take a little some flour and I put it in, some liquid. I liquefy it and I pour it in. I stir it and makes it thicker. And I'm good.
Wow. Well, it is delicious. So what else is delicious in your life? What have you, are you been into music? Have you, heard anything new, anything up that way? Because can't get out, go nowhere. Can't go to the club.
Can't get out and go nowhere. My daughter, she's been in the music for a long time. You know that. And so she just started a record company. And her record company is, and she's, Latoya London from American Idol is her best friend. So they're working together. So Latoya just released her new song. Remember Latoya from with she just released a new song. They're releasing a new album. The name of the song is Forever. They were just in LA this weekend because they were doing a mixer with like the number one, I don't know what you call them, disc jockey that mixes music for Beyonce.
Okay, but they have to be on the edge. I got to promote them on the edge. So you hook that up, right?
I will definitely. I got you.
Yeah. So you got me. All right. So tell me about the climate up there. Is folks acting strange? Because they trying to be here. But you know what they did? They tore up La Mesa.
Anita, I heard.
Who tears up La Mesa?
I know, that's what I said. La Mesa?
La Mesa. I would have thought, yes, I'm kind of stereotyping a little bit, but I didn't think it'd be no La Mesa. Girl, they showed up and showed out. Okay. And
they showing out up here so bad. I went to Oakland for the first time in a long time over the weekend. Mm-hmm. And everything on the main street, Broadway, was boarded up. And then as like you can go down like 7-8 blocks and you see all of the victims, Castillo and Eric Garner, they got pictures because Oakland is very artistic, right?
Right.
So they had like big cardboards of everybody that maybe like 20 people that had got murdered by the police, right? So it's all boarded up everywhere, just all of the businesses because they're still rioting to this day.
Wait, but they ain't put up the mix yet. Okay, you live in a climate, and I remember growing up in the days of, Malcolm X and Dr. Martin Luther King.
Black Panthers over here.
Exactly. I was saying, and there's other underground militias, black militias. Okay, white folks, don't get it twisted. Right. They coming up out of the ground, but see what they doing, they more strategic. What do you think about these celebrities, girl, that's coming out with these perspectives? And two of my boys, they need to stay in their lane. 3 of my boys.
You talking about Ice Cube?
Call them out. Yeah. I'm not driving. I'm not driving with Kanye. I'm not riding with Ice Cube, and I'm damn sure not buying from Sean P. Diddy Combs. I understand we need a voice and we need a presence. I mean, we had Sammy Davis Jr. and we had Harry Belafonte and we had Sidney Poitier. These were men of honor that were in the entertainment industry and really put their, James Brown, put their life on the line for civil rights, Ray Charles. But don't come to me with no, small change. Okay.
So let me just say this. You mentioned that I founded the chamber, the Central San Diego Black Chamber of Commerce in San Diego, which I did. What I found when I was there, because remember, I do come from a very progressive background when it comes to, African Americans and fighting and standing and social justice, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's where I'm from. So what I found when I was doing the chamber, I'm so glad it's there, but I found that there was a lot of people that wasn't as forward thinking as I was when it comes to being equality, right? Okay. I was a little disappointed in that, but I'm glad to see that it's still going. What I feel now is we're with the Black Lives Matter. I want to hear how Black Lives matter for health disparity, how it matters financial, redlining, how it just matters for us in all aspects, because I'm sick and tired of having the conversation without having the conversation, right?
No, yeah, right. I call it meeting on the meeting to see what we meeting about.
Yeah, let's keep it real. So I don't want to see Black Lives Matters on the street, the letters on my street. I want to hear how we're going to systemically address what's going on. So I,
But
I think when we talk about Ice Cube and P. Diddy and what they're saying, I think they're saying let let me see it on a dotted line. Let's talk about what. Don't make no promises. Let's talk about what we're really going to do. Let's stop talking about it and be about it. I think about what happened in Black Wall Street, because you remember I brought Black Wall Street to San Diego too. Remember that organization? And I think about what happened at Black Wall Street, and I'm like, with Black Wall Street, and I'm thinking, why didn't we get up and continue to fight? Why did we tuck our tail and just walk away? We had it, so now we have a different climate of people, a different climate of young people that is not looking at black and white. We're all mixed together. So that's what I get. I mean, Kanye is a whole nother story.
Girl, he's another scene. Bless his heart. Bless his heart.
I have to say that.
That's all you can say. I'm not even taking that seriously. But the other two gentlemen, I understand where they've come from. I mean, they came from the bottom and now they're at the top.
Right.
But again, you ain't the spokesperson. It's like, what was that? There was an event a few months ago where they were trying to track the black dollar, the spending dollar of the black. I wasn't impressed with that. When we did that in Los Angeles years ago, we spent everything in $2 bills. And you really tell the impact of the buying power. Do you know that the Civil Rights Act, the bus boycott was a year, Brains? It wasn't just because Rosa got on there and her feet was hurting.
Right.
After that, it was a year to really show the financial impact of what happened with that. And you know what? We can do it again. I said once, I said a million times, you cannot fight a 21st century war with no 1960 tactics.
That's right.
Okay.
Right.
They are using cyberspace. I mean, they done turned the world upside down, and Putin ain't even cussed us out, girl. He ain't even talking about that. And the world is just kaput, And so, again, get out there and vote. What is the person right now that just is apprehensive about voting?
Yeah. I think that it's important that we vote. I think that that's crazy that if we are apprehensive, because that's the only thing that's going to make a change. And why do we think that Trump got in office anyway? It's that I believe it's because we didn't vote like we were supposed to. That is what is going to make a difference. What is also important is, even as we vote for the presidential election, is it even more important that we vote for our regional area, our congressman, our mayor. We need to find people that are just as progressive, that's forward thinkers.
Girl, because they, and I'm telling you, it's crazy. It is really, really crazy on how you really see who these people are.
Yeah.
And you know what it is? It's just they want to be right. Everybody in this situation, nobody wants to be wrong. No one wants to lose. Everybody wants to win. And I get that. But at what cost? So, I just try to be
we are loud and bold and in charge, from the women who's saying no more, right? From the women who's standing up, no more, from the African Americans who's saying no, we want to breathe, help us live, to the Hispanics. We all are loud and we want.
And forgot about the children. Remember, the children march heavier than anybody because they don't want guns in their school. Right. Well, we don't have to worry about that.
Oh my God.
Because they can't go to school.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is going to impact their learning.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, one way or another, mommy brains and daddy brains.
Yeah.
Okay. You want them to go back to school? You best believe they want to go back to school. They tired of your ass too.
Yeah.
All the rules and don't do this and don't do that. And you won't hyper this and be quiet. I'm doing this. And they're tired of you too. But the important thing, and this is what I think, okay? I'm not a teacher or educator, but I got good damn common sense, is that put these kids in front of the screen for 3 or 4 hours of some structured learning. Right. All the 7 and 8 hours, they're not going to do it.
No.
Take them outside, show them a few bugs,
right?
Some plants. I'm doing it with my little friend down the street.
Yeah. Okay.
Learn how to use power tools. help you in the kitchen. Let them watch you and see what you have to do for work.
Yes.
Let them be your assistant. Turn on the television and have the Spanish channel. Teach them a foreign language. Okay. They're doing this new thing now, this rapping with numbers. You know how we used to have
Conjunction, what's your function?
well, they funking it up with some that, and this is what you have to do. Okay.
So what you're saying, April, listen to this. What you're saying is the way we learned. Remember, we had home economics. Remember, we had economics. Remember, we had gym classes. We did a lot of music and all that. Instead of now, they just want to give them tunnel vision. You do that. That helped us be the person that the people that we are today, more evolved. You're right. I like that.
But the PTSD and the trauma that everyone from being in this isolation, kids don't want to wear no mask.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard. And so until we get this vaccine or whatever, I'm going to take my chance with it. You know, yeah. If I just have to do it, I just have to, you know, take my chance with it. But I'm not going to hinder nobody else's chance to live.
Are you wearing a mask?
Shit, 24/7.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Don't play.
Why you bullshitting up? Excuse me. I'm sorry, Brains. Absolutely. Okay. And I ain't wearing it to protect them. I'm wearing it to protect me.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about.
Because that's what we was talking about. Put your oxygen mask on first. If I ain't cool, I can't take care of mama. I can't take care of Mr. Magnificent. So I got to take care of me.
That's right.
If want to go out there and do what they want to do, I don't have no problem. I cross the street. I give you your space. Everything. I'm not trying to, you know, the Walking Dead. That's what I hashtag. The Walking Dead. They keep going the way they going. We ain't going to have to worry about them because they're all going to be dead. They ain't going to be able to vote.
I know. If you hear it, and being in healthcare, I hear it so much. I had my daughter's friend, she's 41. She got COVID and she was in the hospital for 45 days. She finally got out. I think she just got out yesterday after she was in oxygen for 45 days. Excuse me. She became, you know, she got out of the oxygen, and now I don't know what it is, but I just saw her arm on Facebook the other day that it ate her arm up. I mean, it does really ugly things to you. She had a trach in her neck. She's 41 years old.
Okay.
You know, so
give them a visual. That's right. Give them a visual. You know,
there's some real stuff out here, you guys.
Okay. It's real like stuff. I tell them all the time, it's Satan. It's the invisible devil that we've been fighting all this time. But you know what? I have a saying. Life can show you better than I can tell you.
Right.
You know, that's all I can do. And these governors is out here, you know, they're not doing it, I think, because they're trying to be disrespectful. They're trying to save your life.
Save your life. That's right.
You know, they got
I don't know what kind of medication Trump had, because he miraculously recovered.
But did he ever have it? That's a whole nother show.
And that's not for me to judge. I'm just like, you know,
I'm just saying, girl, anything is possible. I ain't never seen a magician like this one.
Yeah, he said, what did he say? He said, maybe they can give you something what I'm taking. He said, maybe.
Yeah. Go on with yourself. Go on with yourself, because it's going. I'm telling you, and it's rough. It's rough. But thank you. You have just been a delight, and I'm telling you, Brains, I'm gonna let you back in the room. You know, I don't be trying to have these interviews with people just for the sake of having a conversation. I want to get down to the nitty gritty. I want to get down to the bone, down to the chicken bone that's in her gumbo. Thank you so much, Anita. Tell my Brains how to get in contact with you. I know that you do some work with Covered California. They need some consulting, or, you know, I don't know what else you're doing.
Let me just say this. I'm a benefit broker first. I do group insurance for small businesses, so I can put a group insurance package together. I am a Covered California agent. My passion is definitely to teach people how to advocate for themselves and navigate through the system so that they can get the best quality health care that they deserve. So you have to learn how to speak to your doctor, and you need to know the resources that's available to you if you're not getting the adequate health plan. Don't be afraid to speak up for yourself. I promote that. So you can reach me at
to give you all of her information so that you can contact her about all of these benefits. Okay, what is your information? Queen.
You can reach me by phone at 707-563-5956.
Say it again.
707-563-5956.
See, repetition make them remember that.
Okay. And then my email is anita.lofton@lornianagroupservices.com.
Okay, and we're going to put all of that down at the bottom. You've just been so much fun. Thank you so much for being on the edge. I appreciate you. I love you. I value you.
Love
I
you
miss
too.
you.
Appreciate it.
I know. And thank you for, just being a good sport. You're a wonderful person.
This was such a simple interview. It was easy to talk to you, I guess, because we're friends, but still, I was still a little.
And I'm telling you, I be trying to get all the information here on the edge from my brains. And I like to do human interest stories. I want to know, who's the lunch meat in between the two pieces of bread.
Okay.
Do I have some bologna, or do I have some salami, or do I have some, whatever?
I don't have a whole lot of exciting stuff going. My life is work. I need something else.
Start to crochet. I hear crocheting is back in. I'm talking to 4 or 5 people, and you used to sit there and make a blanket. It's getting cold because the clubs ain't gonna open up.
I know.
Restaurants, all the restaurants. Oh my God. So
yeah. How are you doing? We didn't talk about that.
What you want to talk about? What you want to ask me?
Let's talk about how you doing.
Girl,
let's talk about that. I see you doing.
Gang, okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. God is extra good. And I'm a faithful servant. I pay it forward. I'm connecting some great people to doing some great stuff. I've been fortunate that I'm about to interview this woman that's a part of the G20 and a friend of Vladimir Putin. Now, how that drop into you? Girl, you see, I got my Oprah wig on.
You doing it tonight?
No, I'm doing it on the 21st.
Oh, good for you. Congratulations.
I'm doing that. About to release a brand new show. I tell you offline what that is. My daughter is going to be wicked. I'm getting ready for the end of the year recap. I've had over maybe 350 interviews this year.
Oh, wow.
And I've got about 20 more to go. And we're going to do a game show.
Oh, wow. I'm so proud of you.
We're just having a lot of fun. If I can't do it out in the workplace, I better do it here at home and try to enjoy it.
Yeah, good for you. So proud of you. Next time I'm in San Diego, I'm going to look you up.
Yeah, absolutely.